I watch hundreds of UFC fights, and here are the bouts that changed history. Starting with the most famous UFC fight ever. Khabib and Conor made the highest selling pay-per-view event in UFC history. Everything was special. The lead-up, the fight itself, and the chaos afterward. The press conference gave us lines that soaked into everyday conversation.
Here's my location, you little fool.
You think whiskey gonna help him?
And the brawl at the end was pure chaos. All in all, it perfectly expressed the raw emotions of the sport. We started off strong, yet UFC has seen many more pivotal fights, such as Brock Lesnar's debut.
Look at that. That guy is an animal. Looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime.
Is healthy.
The UFC is 100% American company. Thanks to Lesnar's transfer from WWE, he brought new American fans to the sport, building a strong baseline of support. His subsequent title win further boosted the UFC's popularity. Lesnar, who also participated in the NFL and shined in WWE, helped elevate the UFC to the same level of prominence. Different strokes for different folks, yet the importance of the next fight is undeniable. UFC 1 introduced the world to the concept of ultimate fighting.
What ultimate fighting is, it's the actual sport of fighting. It encompasses all aspects of fighting.
Royce Gracie defeated Jared Gordo in the final and took the very first UFC belt since November 12, 93. The UFC belt has been the highest meta in the MMA world. Gracie won this match via submission and catapulted BJJ into the public subconsciousness. In terms of public subconsciousness, we must mention the final of The Ultimate Fighter 1. It perfectly explains Dana White's line.
Everybody acts like this is a fucking career. This isn't a career. This is an opportunity.
UFC is mainly business. The fight secured new TV deals, which are the biggest source of income for the UFC. This was the fight that wore up the bank accounts. You may ask why exactly this bout? Because it was a bloodbath, and every fan loves these.
You call them both the winners, without a doubt. You call them both winners and both champions.
Last but not least, the Ultimate Fighter concept gave opportunities to new UFC stars. In 2011, Dana White's reply to one journalist was more controversial than usual.
When are we gonna see women in the UFC, man?
Never.
Then something happened. I'm really into MMA, yet till nowadays I don't know what changed Dana White's mind. And literally gave Rosie the belt for free.
Now, the first ever UFC Women's Champion, Ronda Rousey. And I'm presenting her with her belt.
Does anyone know what the hell happened? I'm curious for your answers. Write them down so I can educate myself. And 2 years after Dana's
Never.
Ronda Rousey participated in the first women's bout in the UFC history and showed everyone that women have a place in MMA. Rosie demolished Carmouche and defended her belt. Every single fan of UFC knew that Rosie was the next superstar. Rosie's journey was so intense that she not only brought millions of new fans to MMA, but also made Dana do a full turnaround.
What would happen if we fought Ronda Rousey? Every guy asked me this. I said, she would destroy both of you.
Yet, we will reveal one female fight that literally outshined men's MMA. Before that, we have Mystic Mac.
You can call me Mystic Mac because I predict these things.
If I say the most iconic moments in the UFC, what are your thoughts? I'm going for McGregor versus Jose Aldo. This changed the whole UFC for me, because it showed me the beautiful world of MMA. McGregor destroyed Jose Aldo in 13 seconds. The trash talk was brutal.
Tell him I said I am his daddy.
Ele tá falando que ele é seu pai.
Nunca vai ser.
Sit on my lap.
Nunca vai
Some
ser.
thought it was over the limit. Yet not many people know the happy ending of the story.
I do have a lot of respect for him. We're friends. You know, we even follow each other on Instagram. We exchange dialogue there. And some fans sometimes come up to me and say, hey, do you feel like, beating McGregor or something? I say, how can I do that, That's the guy who gave me the most money.
Coming back to girls, Amanda Nunes versus Chris Cyborg was the fight that brought the women's game to the men's level. It had all we ever needed. Nunes ended Cyborg's unbeatable record in 50 seconds by knockout. This victory made Nunes the first women double champ. The bout demonstrated that females could headline major events and deliver hype, trash talk.
Is only one thing to say. This belt is gonna switch hands tomorrow. Be ready, guys. Be ready.
Whatever that means. And performances like man. Some compared to McGregor versus Aldo, and I'm not surprised. The fight between GSP and Michael Bisping was unique for the UFC. GSP's comeback and subsequent victory in a higher weight class further elevating the MMA's profile in the world, showcasing the UFC's ability to deliver high-stakes, legacy-defining bouts and getting closer to the level of the NHL and NBA.